Alright, we're here to check on that pallet jack right there. Apparently a block of ice fell on top of it, and now it doesn't want to turn on. So let's see what's going on. So first thing you always check is your battery, and everything seemed good. Battery voltage was at 25 volts. Batteries had water in them. Everything seemed good. And then I noticed that yellow light, which is your tiller handle position sensor, and it was turned on. The keypad didn't work. The pallet jack does not go up or down, does not move forward or back, and the display does not turn on. That yellow light is their height position or height limit switch, and it's turned on. So at least I know that the truck is powered on, but no functions. So I took a look at the keypad, and everything seemed good. Didn't look broken or damaged until I looked down here, and I noticed that this cable was pretty much destroyed. And this is a very common problem on Raymonds and Toyotas, and that is your harness that goes to your vehicle manager or the display card, and it goes down to your traction amplifier, or that black little box that's on the bottom left or top right, left on the Raymonds. So in order to fix this, we have to pretty much take everything apart. And so I'm knocking out the pin that holds in the tiller arm, and it's pretty simple to take out. There's an Allen key on the bottom. You remove that screw and you punch out the pin here, the axle pin, and then you remove the cable connector, and we'll have to repair it. All right, so we got the handle out and we have the connector out, and so you can see that the cable is caught on the spring here, and it's actually supposed to run right through here along the edge, and that plastic cover is supposed to help it to prevent it from going into where it's at right now. So I'm thinking that block of ice hit the handle down and it made the cable jump over that plastic part and get caught on that spring. So this is not the first time that I've run into this problem, and it seems to happen a lot with, like I said, Raymond and Toyota's pallet jacks. So the first thing you got to do is take out this spring here, and we'll remove the spring assembly, and we'll get this cable out of here. We'll fix the cables and we'll put it back where it normally goes. And the best way to do this is you pry it out with the big screwdriver, and it's pretty easy. It comes right out after a few tries. It'll come out just like this, and you'll have access to the cable. Now the best thing to do and the recommended thing to do is replace the whole cable itself. Get a new OEM cable and replace it, but customer wants the machine up and running because he needs it ASAP to move a lot of product. So from customer's request, we're gonna get this patched up and get it running tonight. But the best thing to do is just order a new harness and replace it. Alright, we got everything patched up with soldering bud connectors, and we use some heat shrink to cover them, and just for extra protection. And now we're just going to test out the pallet jack to make sure that everything works before putting everything back on, just as a precaution. And so later we're going to electrical tape everything and make it look OEM, so that you know, it's going to be rubbing against that curvature on the tiller arm, so we don't want anything to happen to these cables. So I'm just going to hold this here for a second. I'm going to turn the pallet jack on, and I'm going to lift it up and down, and everything seems to work. So the display works, pallet jack goes up and down. So now that we know that everything is working, we're going to put everything nice and neat, put everything back, put our pin back, put our cable and our harness back together, clamp everything down, and we're going to test it out, and hopefully everything works well and the customer is happy. Alright, so we got our spring assembly back in, and it's somewhat centered in the hole, and we got our cable passed through right here on the side, well protected and insulated so that it doesn't happen again. Now we're going to put this connector back in. We're going to put the pin back in with the Allen key lock, and we're going to test it out, see what happens. Alright, so everything's back in, harness is back in, everything's patched up, and it looks good. I tested everything out to make sure that when I pull the handle down it doesn't stretch or pull that cable. So now we're going to turn it on, put in the keypad code, and make sure that everything works properly before giving it back to the customer. But yeah, everything worked out great. Customer is super happy, and it goes up and down, moves forward and back. And so yeah, another job well done. Thank you guys for following along, and please like, subscribe, and leave a comment what you thought, or maybe something I could have done better. Thank you. Alright guys, everything went super well. We did a quick fix there. Obviously I feel like the perfect thing to have done was to, or I guess the technical way to have fixed that would have been to actually replace that whole harness. It's really not that difficult to do, but the customer needed his pallet jack right away, and he said just patch it up for now, fix it, and you know, later on the road, if something happens again, or something that any of those wires break or whatever happens, then you know, we'll have to do that job again, and we'll do it right. So sometimes it's best to just get the customer up and running, especially when if they need that pallet jack or forklift or whatever it may be, whatever piece of equipment that you're working on. If they need that thing right away, then it's just best to get them up and running, and then later down the road you can explain to them like, hey look, I'll get you up and running now, but this is what it's gonna need. And I feel like they're gonna see that and say, yeah, you're right. So it all depends on your customer. You know your customer better than anybody, and if you know that you have a customer who is not willing to pay, who is a penny pincher, then obviously you're not going to be like, oh yeah, let me order a harness and it's going to take about 3 to 4 days, and you know, they're just going to call somebody else, and somebody else is going to jerry rig it and maybe get them up and running. Who knows? Those aren't the type of customers that you need, and those aren't the type of customers that you want. You want customers that are understanding, that are willing to work with you, that are willing to actually listen to your advice. And you know, you're the technician, you're the one that is in the field every single day, and you're the one that knows the quickest and best way to get somebody up and running and minimize downtime and maximize profit for them. So we did that, we got them up and running. I just want to say thank you guys for the support, thank you guys for following along. If you like these day in the life videos, please let me know in the comments, and I'll make more of them.